welcome to another real-time Sunday. And you know what that means. Around here, we start our Sundays with coffee and Baileys. Yeah, you get the idea. Yum. So I'm gonna preempt this Sunday update with a little birthday wish to my son Brendan, who turns 22, not today but yesterday. So Saturday the 22nd was Brendan's birthday. And yes, I did have permission to fly my drone through the fireworks because they were way offshore and nowhere even close to the crowd. So happy birthday, bud. Hope you had a great one. Hope you did something more fun than just sitting around editing videos all day. But thanks for all the hard effort you're putting into that. It really helps. So if you guys want to send Brendan a birthday wish also, I'm sure he'd love that. And if you got anybody, including yourself, that's got a birthday on the same day, be sure and drop a note in the comments below and we'll wish them a big happy birthday also. So I thought I'd kick off today's update with an early morning hello from here in Spanish waters in Curacao. And we're going to be taking the boat over to the beach today. So we're going to continue and pick up the update over there.
Fun day.
Absolutely beautiful day. The wind is down. The watercolor is beautiful, as you can see right behind me there. And we got Sophisticated Lady tied up right inside the main channel coming into the Spanish water area. And I know not all of you liked that live stream when we were leaving Curacao for Klein, Curacao, but hey, it's like some of you said, live stream is what it is, man. You can't always control the airwaves, the bandwidth we got, and that's what we got. We don't even know what it's going to be like until we actually see it later. And of course, we left for 3 days after putting that one up. So anyway, it was fun just to put up and just do an experiment, see if it was going to work or not. But today, I think you'll find it'll be much better because we are recording almost live and just showing you a little bit about where we are and what we've been doing the last little while. Because I've been in Curacao, as you know, for quite a while. And the last couple of weeks have been almost non-stop. Yeah, we're just saying what a hot day it is. It's a blistering hot day today, but it's still only about, what, 32, 33 degrees, yeah. Something like that. But yeah, it's getting to that hot time of year, and of course it's early September now. And we've got not two, but 3 tropical storms, hurricanes brewing out in the Atlantic right now. So you know it's in the heat of the season now. Can't imagine what the rest of the season's going to bring, but I'm just glad that we are someplace out of the way.
Where are we? At the Cueva de Broa. It means the voodoo cave. They used to do voodoo at this cave.
Voodoo?
But,
What
yeah.
does that mean exactly?
Black rituals, black, I don't know, witchcraft thing.
Human sacrifice?
No, not really. But now they use another one for that. So I think
going
this
to
one
do-
is nice now.
You're going to do voodoo
Yeah.
on me?
We're gonna sacrifice him on the altar.
Yeah, good, good.
Oh, good. We don't have to listen to his crap in the supermarket anymore. Wrong way?
I think we came to the wrong cave. Yeah. This is not the place. It looks like it, but it's not.
Wrong cave.
Yeah. Wrong spot.
Our tour guides are lost. That's not a good sign.
Oh yeah, Coco. Come on, Coco. You should be.
Yeah, what's going on?
So the water is like 2 meters down right now. It should be higher. It should be like 1 or 2 meters higher. Normally you can swim in this cave,
Mm-hmm.
But not today.
it's all dried up. It's a dry season.
No rain.
Barely see the water.
Shit. Whew, hot down there.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. It's just, I mean, who would expect to just find that? Like a big cave just sitting here in the middle of nowhere.
A hole in the ground.
Yeah, really.
And that's the only mark.
So if there's one, that means there's got to be more.
Yeah, well, we found only one.
That's better. So is this normally the low season for wind or the high season?
Low season.
So-
The high season starts after February and March till April.
Wow.
That's the high season.
Then what do you get then?
About 40 knots wind.
Continuous?
Well, gusts of 40, 45, but it's like 35 all the time.
Wow, that's a lot of wind, man.
Yeah, a lot of kite surfing and children playing with their kites.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that season.
Not
In
much
March,
sailing unless you're going
March,
downwind.
yeah.
Yes, we have been all over this island with some friends of mine recently, and one of the highlights for me was visiting the 2 wind farms of Curacao. These were fascinating for me because Curacao is one of the only islands I've been to in the Caribbean that actually has a focus on alternative energy. In fact, they set a goal of being 30% sustained by alternative energy by 2020, and they actually met it 2 years early. Now that's something all of us could learn from. Okay, that was a cool flight. Can't wait to see some of that shot. All right, are we finding the right cave now? This is the Voodoo Cave?
Yep.
Are we sure? All right, so we are here, supposedly where this second cave is, so that's what we're gonna find. As you can see in this shot, the island of Curacao is formed by several layers of rising elevation. As pressure formed below the sea, the plates would be forced upwards, and what was formerly seabed is now a permanent expansion of Curacao's landmass. The Hato Caves, as they are known, on the north side of the island, were created during this process, as one layer would separate from the next and sometimes create a cavern between them. Everything stowed?
Yep.
Gracias, señor.
So this is
Always need a traveler for walking the caves.
Cueva de Brua, witchcraft or voodoo cave.
¿Alguien quiere protector?
Sounds fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
And I bet there's a story there somewhere.
Watch your head, watch your step. Told you. Some more of this shit came down. I didn't know it was clean.
Yeah, we've had an earthquake.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. están, ¿ya quieren?
Chocolate guano.
Yeah, chocolate brown. Don't drink that shit.
So we are in the bat cave. There they are. Hey, stop, no camera, no camera. You see that?
Curacao is just full of natural wonders, including several of these blowholes. These were obviously created over many years of erosion and strong currents bashing away at the north coast of the island. But when you come across one like this, you can just sit beside it and watch it for hours. It's just fascinating to see the forces of nature at work and just making what almost appears as an erupting volcano right in front of you. Of course, it makes for an interesting jacuzzi as well if you just want to sit in the pool beside it and chill out. Back on board Sophisticated Lady after a long day of exploring the island, of course the number one thing on everybody's mind is food. So we invited some friends over and I set to work creating a new episode of Cooking with the Captain. So keep an eye out for that in an upcoming episode because I'm sure you will enjoy. And of course we went to Klein, Curacao because the hurricanes were rolling through north of us, and when that happens it means that we have absolutely zero wind down here. It sucks all the energy out of here. So for us was the perfect time to go to Klein, Curacao because it was flat calm. So instead of the normal pound for 3 hours getting to Klein, Curacao, it was just a nice smooth ride, so that was awesome. And we spent some good time there just testing some new gadgets. Yes, we've had some really cool stuff coming in for testing and review, including a couple of these underwater ROVs. So be sure and keep an eye out for upcoming editions of Tech Time with Captain Rick. I'm sure you'll find the new episodes both entertaining and informative. smell something. What you cooking?
Arepas.
Ooh. Yum. Never had those before, but they're yummy. Discovered a new favorite.
Una arepa.
Ooh. Tiki loves these. Here you go, Tiki. Oh yeah. And of course, something I'm very excited about, we have one of the world's first waterproof sports drones. A brand new drone by Swellpro, of which to date there are only 2 prototypes in public, and I have one of them. So you can imagine, I'm looking forward to bringing you this review. Although Klein, Curacao seems like an island paradise on the surface with its powder white sand beaches and palm frond beach shacks, it has a somewhat dark past to say the least. For years, it served as an isolation camp during the slave trading days. The boats coming from overseas would stop here, and the slaves were entered into a facility that is now called Quarantine Point. They were kept there until it was determined they had no diseases, at which point they were sailed over to the main island at Curacao to put to work. The ones that failed the test still remain here on the island, buried in shallow stone graves in the cemetery at the northwest point of the island. Nowadays, the island is host to more turtles than people as residents, but to say this island is a hazard to navigation would be an understatement. The entire island is like a reef, only extending a few feet above the surface, and for centuries sat here claiming ships as they passed by unsuspecting of its presence. In 1850, they built this lighthouse, which is still the only remaining structure on the island. It served its purpose for many years, but was knocked down by a couple of storms in the late 1800s and subsequently rebuilt. It's lain pretty much in ruins for many years, but in the early 2000s, an initiative by the Curacao Coast Guard saw the lighthouse re-implemented as an aid to navigation with the addition of a solar-powered LED light, so it still remains in service to this day and no longer requires attention of a lighthouse keeper. Below the surface, Klein, Curacao does not disappoint. The water here is sparkling clear with visibility well over 100 feet. So of course we were more than looking forward to spending a little time underwater and checking out the sea life. And of course, with water this clear, it's the perfect time to put the crew to work and let's get some hull cleaning done. Back on the main island, it was time to check out some nightlife. So we got together with our friends and they all took us out to a place called Mambo, a cool beachside bar complex where we could have some hors d'oeuvres and beer, do a little dancing, and then move next door to a party called Wet and Wild. And all I can tell you is this party lives up to its name. It was wild, but wow, what fun.
It only goes downhill from here.
It's life!
I got to wait. Hair grooming tips in Curacao.
¿De aquí? ¿Acá? ¿Lo tiene? Yeah, there. Yeah. Done.
Already?
Yeah, finished.
That fast? Did it look cool or what?
Easy water.
But we'll cut it there for now because it is Sunday, and as you can see, everybody else is having a great day at the beach, and I'm gonna go join. It's time to cool off because it's hot. So I'm gonna go jump in, and you guys have a great day. Stay safe out there. We'll see you next time. Hey, Kiki. Woohoo!